So today is Saturday, November 12th. 2 days ago on Thursday, November 10th, I went into my IVF clinic for my hysteroscopy. So basically what happened when I got there, I had to sit around and wait for a while because their anesthesiologist was running late. But it is a procedure where I had the opportunity to be sedated. I have heard that some clinics do not sedate. They just give you like medication to keep you calm or relaxed or whatever. But once I got into the back, I was given an IV with fluids. My veins are very tiny and they tend to roll a lot. So I got stuck twice on this side and the needle would not thread. So they had to go on the other side and finally got it in. Sat around in the back for a little bit. And then when they took me back for surgery, pretty much just had me get on the table, legs up, hooking up all the machines and everything. Anesthesia came in and was like, I'm just going to give you something to make you go into a deep, deep sleep. You'll be breathing on your own, all that stuff. And I was just like, okay, next thing you know, they were like, hey, it's time to wake up. Apparently the anesthesiologist had to give me extra medication because they said I did not want to go to sleep. And that when I woke up, I was talking about Shake Shack, which I definitely went to after that appointment because I was hungry. Like my procedure was initially scheduled for 3:30, so I hadn't had anything to eat. I think at like 5 a.m. I tried to eat some oatmeal, but they said not to have anything else. So my procedure was supposed to be at 3:30. So from 5 a.m. to 3:30, I hadn't eaten anything. And then my procedure still got pushed back. And I think we didn't start till almost 5. So it was more like 7 p.m. when I finally got food. But they said everything went well. Immediately coming out, I, of course, was cramping and in some pain. They had me sit for a while, gave me some Gatorade Zero and some pain medication. So the hysteroscopy, essentially what she was doing was going in to clean out anything that may be in the lining of my uterus, which is where an embryo would need to implant during an embryo transfer. She said that a few weeks back when I had went in for an ultrasound just for them to look at everything, that there was something in there like that was kind of bulging out. They couldn't really tell. Said it looked like it may have been some calcification from something old or what, I don't know. So she went in and basically just scraped and cleaned all that out. All that has been sent off to be tested to make sure that it was nothing crazy. But they said that it went well. So I've already received like my protocol and my cryo calendar. So basically what I'm doing right now is taking my prenatal vitamin every day, and then they have an option of either taking metformin in the form of a pill twice a day. However, during my last transfer cycle, metformin made me really sick and I passed out while on that medication. So I advised them, like, what else can we do? I don't want to take that this time. So I'll be doing like it's called Ovasitol. It's a powder. I'm waiting for that to come in the mail, and I'll be doing that twice a day. I am on birth control. I had my hysteroscopy, and then all my medications have been sent to the specialty pharmacies to be ordered. On the 23rd of this month, I will start Lupron injections in my stomach. And then on the 30th of this month, I'll go in for what's called my baseline appointment, where they'll be doing pelvic anatomy, ultrasound, lab work. My husband and I will be signing all the consent forms to thaw our embryo, consent to use assisted hatching if needed, all of those types of things. And then on December 3rd, I will start what is called my cryo calendar. And I love my clinic because they already like give you a calendar with every single day, everything that you're supposed to do mapped out. I myself did still order like a smaller desk calendar that I can put on the refrigerator to kind of keep track of these things. But basically, it'll start with me doing like a Lupron injection every day, still taking my prenatal, still taking the Ovasitol, and then I'll start taking Estrace tablets. So I'll do that for about a week. After a week, I will add in an HCG shot. And that HCG shot is for 7 days. And then after that, which would be right around December 17th, I'd go in for an ultrasound, still taking the Estrace. And at that point, I would start doxycycline and prednisone. And that night, depending upon how my ultrasound goes, I would start the progesterone and oil injections, which are those dreaded 1 to 1.5 inch needles that have to go in your backside. And then that'll continue on until my actual transfer day is scheduled right now for December 22nd at 11:30 a.m. And then I would just continue the estrase, the progesterone, the prednisone, all of those things until we get a positive pregnancy test, and potentially a few weeks after that. With my last transfer, we stayed on progesterone till almost 10 weeks. And I feel like we may have stayed on some of the pills until then as well. But one thing I do need to find out when I see them next is, so during my previous cycle with the progesterone, they had me taking it's 50 mgs or 1 cc once a day. And then there was a point in the early pregnancy where my progesterone dropped down to about 18. They want it to be 20 or higher, so at that point they upped my dosage to 1.5. I am going to ask, can I just start with 1.5 just to avoid any possible chance of it decreasing. Trying to think what else. I don't know. I feel like that's an update as to where everything is in this moment, waiting for all of the medical authorizations and everything to go through from my meds. Great thing that I work for a company that does partner with a source called Win Fertility, which provides fertility coverage for me to an extent. So I shouldn't really have to pay much of anything out of pocket. I did have to pay my copays for the pills that were not sent to a specialty, so like the prednisone, the doxycycline, the Valium that they give you the day of the procedure, and then the birth control, like all of those things I had to pay my copays for, but I think it came to like $20 for everything. So now we wait to see how much my insurance and Win Fertility will cover for like the Lupron, the HCG, and the progesterone and oil. So everything is underway. I am feeling good. I am cautiously optimistic as always. I still can't even grasp the fact that I have an almost 1-year-old, and then to be turning around and potentially giving him a brother is having me just a mix of all the emotions right now. So we are prayerful, and we trust that what is for us, what is meant to be will be. So that's it. Have a great day. I will give you guys another update soon. Bye.